Hello everyone, my name is ReclusiveZ, and I am back with more Stalker, Shadow of Chernobyl, Radiophobia 3. I am currently in bar territory in the main duty encampment, standing before their leader because, yeah, the leader of the Seekers sent us to talk to him. I also, up here in this diary, found that map I was looking for, a copy of the captain's map, which is pointing me to that spot I was real curious about up in the Brain Scorcher. So I will be heading that way at some point. Some time ago, the captain heard from an old timer about the Golden Sphere artifact, which is supposed to make the wearer immortal. It seems to be divided in 3 parts, which are scattered around the zone. Here, according to rumors, is one of these parts. And this is most likely just a Stalker urban legend, but it wouldn't hurt to check. Perhaps there's some degree of truth behind this legend, or behind the legend. So yeah. When I end up back in the Brain Scorcher territory, I will head over there. But for now, we're gonna see what Duty has going on. Make a hard save just in case.
Что нужно, Stalker?
Yuri from the Seekers sent me, said you had a matter to discuss. Yeah, I heard all about what you did for that group. Excellent work. Are you a professional investigator of some sort, or what? You mean before the zone? Wish I could tell you. Right now, I'm just a regular stalker. You speak very cryptically, Marked One. What are you hiding? Actually, never mind. Don't answer that. I don't really want to know. All that matters is that you've turned out to be a regular Sherlock. So I'd like to ask you to do a job for us. You found the dead Seekers. Maybe you can find our, Don't worry. I'll explain all the details, so don't get ahead of yourself. Just keep in mind that this information I'm about to give you, it's not exactly classified, but it can cause panic, so keep your mouth zipped and understand. Crystal clear. So here's the deal, as we know, or as you know. We like to keep order here. We're all basically like a big happy family here at the bar, right? Well, apparently some bastards took offense to that state of affairs and decided to shit all over it. Long story short, a week ago someone slipped me, Barkeep, and Arnie notes that read, "If you don't repent for your sins, you all die in the name of justice." I have hidden explosives in various places around the bar and will detonate them remotely. I give you 1 week to beg for forgiveness before your evil is purged. Holy shit, quite the statement. Yes, Stalker. This is a good way to sow panic and chaos here at the bar, if this gets out to the public. Isn't this just a prank, though? Any loon can write something like this and slip it through a door. It'd be a hoax. Not a hoax. The note also said that in order to prove the seriousness of his intentions, he would detonate one of the charges laid on the outskirts within 24 hours. And true enough, the next day, there was a pretty loud bang. We all heard it. Took out an entire barn. Don't take any chances and consider these remaining explosives as credible threats. Have you done a search of the area? How about evacuating the people? Where the hell do we evacuate to? This is the zone, not a national park. This base of ours is kind of like an oasis. To the west, we have wild territory. To the south, radioactive dumps. To the north, fucking anarchists. We do not have a lot of options, so we just have to take the problem head on. My men have been searching every nook and cranny, but they haven't found anything that looks like an explosive. Mind you, we don't want panic. We had to do it low-key. Only small groups searching exclusively at night. Imagine a bunch of duty guards roaming around frantically with explosive detectors in hand, digging through rubble and poking around corners. That would set off quite the stories at the campfires. This is why I wanted you in on this. As an independent, you will have more freedom to poke around without raising questions. Besides, since you're such a detective, well, you just try to find this bastard. Don't bother looking for the explosives. Even if you find all of them and disarm them, we're not really solving the source of the problem. The son of a bitch is free to plant more. Next time he won't be so generous with the countdown. Alright, I'll try and find the psycho. And a word of advice, start asking around at the bar. Maybe someone has seen a stalker who doesn't come often. Or perhaps someone who dug up a large consignment of explosives lately. The barkeep has been briefed on the situation, advised not to spread panic. I advise you to follow suit. I have a hunch that this nutcase is out there somewhere. Closer than we would like. Don't forget, you only have 3 days left. I also advise you to talk to the guard commander, Ivantsov. I was told he may have found something related to the case. Ivantsov, huh? Who the hell's that? You guess I'm gonna talk to everyone and hope that I find them.
Здорово.
Captain! Greetings. Veroni sent me regarding this urgent problem we have. Got anything helpful? An outsider. That's just fantastic. If the general resorting to hiring loners, then we're pretty much fucked. Thanks for the vote of confidence. Those wonders for my self-esteem. We have no self-esteem. Do you think this case is beyond salvage or what? Of course it is. A lot of people think it's a practical joke, but it's not. I don't think it's even about any ransom. The fact is, I've seen something like this before, long ago. Not in the zone, but outside the perimeter. Back when I worked intelligence for the government at the Capitol. We were doing a case on this group of religious nuts, a sect calling themselves Sin. These fanatics had somehow managed to scrounge up enough parts to construct themselves an improvised dirty explosive. And they planned to carry out an explosion in the center of Kiev during a busy event with many people present. We were able to prevent it and dismantle the whole group. Took all of them into custody, or at least so I thought until now. Who's to say that one of them didn't slip through the cracks? Similarities are just too staggering for it to be a mere coincidence. So I'm concerned about the seriousness of these threats. So why would he choose to come into the zone, not exactly brimming with crowds over here? These people were fanatical about their beliefs. They didn't just do it for fun, they believed they were acting upon a divine mandate to purge the world from sin. Where else in the world are you gonna find a greater congregation of ex-cons, criminals, failures, fuck-ups, and straight-up psychopaths? That's right, all of them gravitate towards this place. The zone is attractive to criminals in particular because it provides an opportunity to start a new life. They get away from the mistakes of the past and to provide lengthy sentences and manhunts from law enforcement. You'll never find any cops or soldiers who'd be willing to enter the zone just to execute an arrest warrant. But that danger doesn't stop everyone. There are some who would chase you to the ends of the world even if it meant their death, like religious fanatics, for example. These guys know that the zone is where sinners come to hide, and so naturally, this is the perfect target. The bar specifically was chosen for its population density. You have the duty base as well. The popular Stalker dive and campsite. What else was this Sin group known for? Maybe we can use their past methods to locate our guy. But aside from being a classic self-righteous or religious community, they believed that everyone around them was steeped in sin, including themselves. That sin was like a disease permeating the very fabric of humanity. Preventing them from attaining God's mercy and salvation. The only way to purge themselves from that sin was to commit and take down as many sinners with them as possible. In short, a bunch of, naturally they preyed on outcasts of society, introverts, rejected from the social circles, and full of angst and hatred for the popular folk. They had these so-called acolytes who would conduct talent spotting and grooming vulnerable into joining the clan. Bonus points if the rejects were intellectuals, skilled in chemistry, physics, cybersecurity, all the skills necessary to achieve the Big Bang and purge everyone in one swoop. Any ideas? Could there be a chance the isn't related to the sect? What if it's Freedom trying to smoke you out? I don't think so. Freedom may hate us, but they're not completely feral. They wouldn't waste a bunch of stalkers just to take us out like that. They have too much honor and morality for such a cheap shot. I agree. I say we stick with what we know. Your questions about how the sect operate gave me an idea. We should ask the stalkers around the bar about any suspicion. Antisocial loners with unique talents that came through recently. My theory is that this weirdo is still around because his beliefs still want him to detonate himself along with us sinners. Ask around if there are any lone wolf stalkers in the area. You may just flush him out and waste him before he blows the place. Guess I'll go ask around the bar and track him down. Find the attacker. Alright. Manhunt, huh? Oh, we've got the drunk outside. So, who am I remembering, potentially? Esco Romantic. So our friend here is somebody I don't remember from the original game.
Ой, не шуми только. Блядь, башка и так трещит. Что делать? Что же Ой, хреново.
And I've basically given him a bunch of alcohol, so if he is it, he'd be a prime candidate, and he should be,
I said come in, don't stand there.
His inhibitions should be weakened. Alright. Oh, I forgot. I hope this doesn't ruin things.
Come here. I've always got something.
Might be a little problematic. I forgot. So when I was doing my exploiting of the game and selling those backpacks and that detonator, it turns out that if you put the backpacks in Barkeep's inventory ahead of time, you sell them to him and you get your money, and then you sell the detonators. It detonates his entire inventory and everything around him, which the Seekers gave me, so I might have to go check the Seekers again, with the leader of the Seekers, because he gave me... But yeah, it detonated his entire inventory, forcing me to reload, but some of the bodies stayed after the reload. I hope this doesn't mess things up. Because I'm not going back that far.
Чё тебе? Что нужно, сталкер?
What did you hear? Ow, nothing of interest. Alright, let's talk to Barkeep. I've been sent to speak to you about that threatening note. It's all bullshit. That's what it is. Why do you think so? Aren't there enough crazies wandering around the zone, especially with the Scorcher still close by? I shut that down! Can you remember any loners at the bar recently that kept to themselves, were antisocial, maybe had a set of unusual skills or knowledge? You just described the vast majority of stalkers. Yeah, that come to this bar. I get maybe 50 antisocial bastards like that each day, and they've all got a unique set of skills. How else are you going to survive out there? Ask the informant, maybe he knows something. I was wondering if you were going to come into play. Alright. Let's, oh yeah, I forgot about him. I killed a stalker named Basta. Oh. I don't remember what he gave me to, show, and I probably dropped it somewhere. I'll have to replay my video and see what he gave me. Maybe I sold it like an idiot and then forgot about it. Hi, need your help. Have you seen any unusual antisocial loners who came wandering recently? Not well known, but very skilled. What's the matter? Some loser owes you money? Let me think. Yeah. There's one sad wretch around here. Kinda awkward, but you can tell he's clever. The way he pronounces words. Can't remember his name. Not sure he ever gave one. Look around on peripherals. I've been told this guy avoids company like the plague. Last I heard, he had a little camp on some lonesome near the passage to wild territory. Strange how that place doesn't creep him out. Is anybody over there? For a good reason. Nobody over there for a good reason. Alright, so he's got a little camp on his lonesome near the passage to wild territory. Luckily, all this is nearby, so I shouldn't have to cut a lot, if any. Little camp near the passage to the wild territory. This guy is always running back, and I don't know why. Ah, yes, outcast. So what does he mean by little camp near the passage to wild territory? Does he mean like this actual passage, or that I have to go into the wild territory? Because this is the border to the wild territory right here. Yeah, wild territory. Maybe it's actually... You know what? I'll cut when I find it. So I will admit, I might be slightly aggravated. The game got me a friggin' gin. Well, this mod did. So he's living in a little shack near the passage to wild territory. I'm thinking, you know, he's either in wild territory or he's in and around here somewhere. He's over with Romantic. I had to check the damn Discord. They're like, go where Romantic is. He's around there. I've got to break out of bounds again. Luckily, it's easy enough to do this way instead of that other way I was doing. As you know, there's the portal in between those that leads you into the back of the bar. Here's friggin' romantic, you know, hiding out over here. And lo and behold, here's our explosives expert. Hi, it's been a shit show trying to find you. How do you look like Sakharov?
Кто это?
Ah, who are you? There you are. I'm not saying that name, I presume.
Не стреляйте, не стреляйте!
Don't shoot, don't shoot. I won't shoot if you deactivate the explosives and give me the detonators. I can't, there were no detonators. I set it all up to work on a timer in case something happened to me. I set it to go off in about 6 days, so now it's a lot less. Can the charges themselves be disarmed? They can. I can give you the locations, and all you need to do is pull out the cables, so I don't trust that. How many charges are there, and where did you hide them? I need specifics. There are a total of 4 explosives. One is located at the duty base, one in the bar, one near the arena, and one more in the hangar where the stalkers live. There's a lot of hangars where stalkers live. Alright, I'll be back. Meanwhile, you wait here and start thinking about what you tell General Voronin when he brings you in for what you've done. Well, good news is this will all be in my chat log. Duty base, bar, arena, hangars. I gotta pop you right here and now. I'm gonna hard save just in case. I forgot I can climb this truck. Alright. The problem with that is there's that hangar, there's this hangar. Oh! Is that it? Wait, was that a lucky find immediately? High power charge. Oh. I found it immediately! Holy shit! Okay, that was... Alright. Oh, that's that one. Let's go find bar. Well, now I know what they look like. Oh no! On my damn screen. Haha, there we go. And I just leave my night vision on right now. Just make my life slightly easier when it comes to finding. Ah, there we are.
I've always got something interesting.
I thought it was going to be up here. Alright, so that's 2. So, where's the arena one?
I said come in. Don't stand there.
Don't stand there. So the arena isn't like Stalker 2's arena. It's either... What are the odds it's up top? Oh, there they are. The odds this one's on the roof. It'd been neat if it was in there. Huh. Alright, so it's not out in the obvious. It's not up there. It's not that, because that's the loot box to get all your equipment back when you go through the arena. What are the odds it's on the roof? Will my detector detect it? Will it show up like the Freedom Base landmines? I've never actually been up here. This one may be a little bit more difficult for me to find. Would it be in the arena? Do I have to find it while doing a fight? No, they wouldn't have. Do I have to find it during a firefight? That would be insane. There's no way in hell they do that. Is it in here with the Seekers? Aha! Gotcha, bitch! I can't move. Fine. Onward to duty. Alright. I can only assume it will be inside the duty base, but I'm gonna look around out here. Yeah, there it is. All right, so, yeah, what do I do with these? Okay, so he didn't have anything to say. Or do I have to jump back over the fence and,
What are you, deaf? What are you here?
I'll be right back, meanwhile. Okay. So, I can only assume I've got to go back to him, then. Does anybody else have anything interesting, wildly, and fanatical to say to me? That'd be a nope. That'd be a nope. So, we're gonna go talk to Arms. Or whatever his name, I gotta go talk to the bad man. Hello, sir. I brought you back your gifts. Alrighty, well that doesn't help me. What the hell do I do with these? Oh, I can use. Save. Charge 1, deactivated. 2, deactivated. 3, deactivated. 4, deactivated. But is that it? That's anticlimactic as hell. Hold on, I'll be back for you. Alright, so nobody else wanted to tell me, or give me any info, so I came back to the main guy. So yeah, already disarmed. Found your guy, he's coughed up the location of all the charges, already disarmed each one. Oh, holy shit, Marked 1. You just impressed the hell out of me. I think you missed your calling. I can see a career in detective work for you. You've saved the lives of countless good men today. You spared duty the indignity of a hasty evacuation, saved our little oasis here from destruction. I have half a mind to take you on as a duty personal problem solver. We could use a guy with your skills to take care of the mess out there. What should I reward you with? What do you want? Artifacts, money, weapons, armor? No price can match what you've done, but I can think of... I think we can come pretty close. Well, I've got plenty of money. So I'll just reload and see what he gives me for each one. Like a Night Star, Goldfish, Soul. Oh. It's not gonna be one of those types. What's a Goldfish do again? Alright, what's the weapon? Alright, let's see what weapons and armor. Duty Exoskeleton. PKP or Cheng Tactical. Oh, what are those? This exo has been developed by one of the native research institutes, especially for the duty faction. Combat functions are prevalent with greater weight load implementation. In spite of its heavy weight, the suit allows the owner to run. Yeah, but I lose an artifact slot, which is unfortunate. And yeah, I've already got one of those. How much money does it give me? 15 grand, that's it? What's the smartass remark? What the fuck? So, it gives me everything, huh? That was unexpected. What do I want? Just to live another day. So here's 15 grand, the Micah, the Night Star, the Goldfish, the Soul, the Duty Exoskeleton, the PKP, Pacheng Tactical, and here's some ammo. Well, who am I to say no? Bloody hell and son of a... Alright, I've got to go lose. I'll be back. Alrighty. I am back. After that mission, I went out and did a bunch of things. I cleaned my inventory a little bit more, dropped some things. I took a bunch of my artifacts and mutant parts down to Sakharov in the Yontar and had him transmute them into far more potent variants of those. So as for my soul artifact, I did 50% health and like 150% bleed. I basically took, well, they're in here. Transmutes, red star. I took a soul, a mica which is an upgrade of a soul, and a bloodsucker tentacle, and now I have a red star. And as you can see, red star does 250% health, 300% bleed with a 66% to my satiety. So I still get hungry pretty quick, but now I'm regenning 500% health and have a bleed resistance of 600. Plus I kept the kamikaze hand from the zombie, which does another 50, so I've got 550 health regen. I've got 840% anti-bleed. Lose a little bit more hunger again, but it also works as my anti-rad artifact because the sponge, which is supposed to be the high-end anti-rad artifact, does not keep up with that kamikaze hand or even a crystal thorn. So I skipped over it. The eye is just a less potent variant of a red star. I didn't have a plasma cactus at the time. I think I sold it at some point, so I wasn't able to get this, which would replace my flash. Unfortunate. I did get the Capricorn, which is Night Star, Mama Bead, Grab Eye, and Droplets, which increases my explosion and bulletproof. So now my armor has like a 60% in both categories for explosion and bullet. And I also got the Sky, which I found in a stash up in the Yontar, which does impact and rupture protection. So now I'm up to 40% in those categories. And the only other one I made was the TDW, which is an which is a telepathy protection relic. And I'm just going to keep that on hand as extra, seeing as how I already have a 24%. Throw that on, I'm up to 44%. So I should be good for telepathy fights. Moved my medical stuff around, and yeah, I'm getting ready to crawl my way up into this little area, which is same area I need to go to as I showed earlier for Captain's map. Yeah, I'm gonna head that way. I really do like this mod, and I really hope Stalker 2 has the ability to become similar to this. Whoa. There's gunfire over here, Captain. And my Frill Dragon is kicking the shit out of himself trying to break some shed. Well, I'm gonna let them fight the dogs. Oh, nope, they fought the dogs. Oh, now I'm gonna fight them. Wow, there's a lot of them down there. I might have to, My German Shepherd is going batshit insane over something outside. How'd I hit him in the back? Did he just... Paladin Bront dead. Oh, radar. Yep. Check my, Munch. So this whole area came to life. It's kind of neat. All the monolith cronies are down here. Ooh. So the last thing I fought in here was a bunch of Snorks. And now it's heavily armed by the monolith. Or heavily protected by the monolith. Stop that. Narrow beam, damn it. Narrow beam. There we go. I don't know if that's a threat or not. He looks like he might be. But I don't know. Can I talk to you? Nope, that'd be a no. Alright. Well, I deserve my ass kicking then. Did you take my gun? Alright. Fine. F you then. Nice deagle. Keeper of the Achilles, power. Oh, he had the other half. Was I really unable to talk to him in any way, shape, or form? Yeah, no talking to this Jagov. Alright, so let's take his side of the sphere. Obtain information about the third segment of the Golden Globe. Where am I supposed to find that info? Monolith of sacred objects is necessary to look for the last of the three parts in Pripyat, where the monolith base would be located. Yeah, I figured that. Okay, so looks like we're going that way. Alright. Time to run my happy ass all the way back to, well, basically where the duty checkpoint is now, so I'll be back. Oh, the Monolithians are back over here, are they? Wasn't expecting them to come back. I left a contingency? I left a bunch of duty officers up there previously. I wonder where they all went. These guys are still down here. I'm so heavily irradiated, but I'm healing so quickly it doesn't matter. Drop that. Look at all you hucking nades. I'm fine with that. I'm going this way. Okay, he's duty. Take those just for safety. Nom. Yeah, I thought I seen one of you still. Oh, there's two of you. Thought I still seen some. I'm gonna be able to get them to my... Nope. Damn. Alright, well... I'm gonna make a hard save and move into Pripyat. Oh, and before I move into Pripyat, I mentioned in, I think, my last video getting my backside kicked in by a different variant of pseudo dog. So yeah, it was right here, Chernobyl dog. There are several different variants of certain mutants that are gaining power by the looks of it, because, you know, as I said, I've come across the ghost zombies and the kamikaze zombies and stuff like that, and like the plague zombie. So yeah, there's the Electromera, which we've already seen, the kamikaze. That bright red pseudo dog was a Chernobyl dog, I believe. And that's all his stats. Or storyline if you want to read it. And then I fought a S.T.A.L.K.E.R, which is a far more powerful variant of a standard burr. Because they hang out basically in Brain Scorcher areas. So they've gained the ability to rip psi energy off of stuff. They're kind of fun to fight too. Oh yeah, there it is, ghost zombie. Oh yeah. The encyclopedia is it's banging. There's a lot of stuff in here to read. So yeah. Now we're moving into Pripyat. Now this is where my memory gets.
We're going to push forward to the station. The town is swarming with monolith bastards and other scum, so keep your eyes open and cover your backs. That's it. Check your guns. We'll advance along the way. Stand by 15 seconds.
Reach the power plant.
You must be the marked one. Barkeep spoke of you. Let's try and break through together. I know the path to the station. Go!
Ah, this is the pathway in Stalker 2. Nice. Well, hopefully this ends up being far more entertaining than Stalker 2's. So I'm gonna swap. So yeah, game crashes and all that. Can't see too much. That one's down. Anything going on? Behind the buildings? I think it's time to just let this thing roar.
Take cover. They're in the windows. Gun flash. Left side. Roof. To the right. Eat this, you son of a bitch.
So there's one above me, and the windows above me. They'll handle it. I hope.
-1. Take this, shithead. That was a bit of a mauling.
Hearing a lot of gunfire.
Bullseye. Targets on the roof to the left. Windows, left and right.
That doesn't look like an enemy.
To the right. Awesome.
It's not an enemy. So these are not enemies.
This shithead.
You got a nice sounding gun though. Oh, they fought a pseudo dog.
Mark, follow your instincts. Good luck to you.
Oh, I was able to break away from the pack? Oh yeah, because I've got to do the I gotta go over there, but Oh shit, I didn't know that.
Got one.
Off the roof.
Move, move. Awesome.
No, I didn't want that.
According to the map, we've got to turn right. There's a safe underground passage.
And I'll follow you guys just till we get to the passage, and then I'm going to probably call it. Because then I gotta break off. Because I'm probably gonna spend some time exploring Pripyat. Looks kind of sort of similar.
Right! Balcony and window! Take this, shithead!
I got him lined up just in time to watch him croak. Oh, unfortunate.
Ceasefire. Keep going.
You carrying anything good?
Underground car park. We must be right in the center of Pripyat. Keep quiet. Monolith's headquarters are close by. Move on. We're about to make it to the station.
Yeah, there's a golden sphere around here I gotta finish getting. Which is gonna require me to fight through the Monolith headquarters. Reach the power plant. Alright. Task updated. Or did they all die? Just had to let myself be a sitting duck. That's neat looking. Well, monolith armor if I ever need it. Hopefully I won't need it. I shouldn't need it. There's friggin' artifacts out here too. Yeah, monolith headquarters must be what I'm standing under. I think I got him. Health is regenerating quick enough. Not as fast as I'd like it for 500%, but... There he is. There's the other one. Ought to make a Stalker 2 video where every shot that I make in here on a monolith causes one to just disappear out of existence in Stalker 2. Who the hell are you? Somebody who didn't get zapped is who? That's a helo. Lots of gunfire still rocking around me. This place is definitely full of angries. These don't sound like monolithians. These don't look like monolithians. These look like somebody else. Are these mercenaries? Am I fighting friggin' mercenaries out here? What the hell's going on? Steve Dinar, Pripyat. Michael Smith, Pripyat. Stalker. These are stalkers. Why the hell are standard stalkers shooting me? Hazardous radiation levels detected. Yeah, that's a Vintar. Oh, hello, Squirrely. Worst game of duck hunt ever. The hell was he running from? Was it me? Oh no, I don't want to walk into that. I walk into that, there's no saving me. Can't see them in the building. Hopefully I can see them now. Kinda sorta. Oh, that was clean enough, and you know what? I'm gonna have to start picking up their guns. Just to strip them of ammo. I have a feeling these firefights are going to start to cost me. Yeah, going to start to cost me. Death is so fast. Alright. Yeah, shit indeed. And say peek back out. You got it at some point. Alright, he's around the corner. Wow! Sneaky. Sneaky, sneaky. I will admit, he kind of sort of startled me. There's another one alive in here somewhere. Oh, that's not good. Figure out just where that one is. 'Cause I'd rather not get shot in the back. Still wearing my power armor. I got it. Don't go that way. Not sounding like anybody else is out here. But there is somebody around here. That'd be where he's at. Friggin' monolithian weapons. (1986), 1917. I think this is actually the building that they're hiding in for Stalker 2. There's the Ferris wheel. They're dogs. Surround them on both sides. Really? Damn it. I was really expecting, or not expecting that to grab me as effectively as it did. Thought there was one over here. Relics help even the odds, but boy, they do not fully even those odds. Just getting my ass kicked everywhere I go. Somebody out there talking. It really is. There's just somebody out here holding a standard conversation. Standard hazmat ones. Definitely giving me plenty of med kits. Starting to feel like I'm fighting the monolith from Stalker 2. They're just everywhere. The hell is this place? Well, that's one of their altars. Yeah, I don't feel bad about that at all. Jesus. Am I still fighting stalkers at this point, or am I fighting the... I have no idea what I'm fighting right now. I think there's still monolith. Is how food is kind of sort of key to my regen. Yeah, I seen you. Some call it overkill, I call it equalizing. Man, he is... There is no hesitation in how quick that AI spins. Or shoots me through a wall. I thought I seen two of them up here initially. Yeah, I see your arm through that wall. Could huck a shell through there. Where the hell did he go? That's where he went. He's still alive. Well, I have to admit, this is far more challenging than... What the hell? He's just been loot hoarding. That's a freedom guy. Alright, so what's downstairs? Where the hell am I? I feel like I've invaded a small stronghold. Alrighty, this is... That's a sight. Damn it. Find the path to Chernobyl NPP. Yeah, no, I'm not ready for that just yet. I really don't remember any of this. No! Stop that. Oh, the voiceover stopped. Oh, there it is. I wish I knew what that said. Oh wait, I came through this side. Never mind. I was over here. At this point, I'm just exploring now. Yuri has kicked the bucket. Nope, can't climb up there. Whoop! That was almost a bad time for me. Alright, I am far too close to where I actually need to be. I'd rather not accidentally trigger the story part that forces me in. See, so I can only see in the shadows when my night vision's on, but I'm blind everywhere else. I was RPG'd. Nice shot, whoever that was. Wasn't expecting to be wasted with an RPG. I also don't want to be RPG'd again because I don't know where it came from. I'm also unsure if that wasn't an instant deaths moment. Wow! He missed the first time. Okay. Now this guy is starting to piss me off. I gotta figure out where he's at. He's either in the top of that Ferris wheel somewhere. He's on top of that building right there. There's a way downstairs in here. Secret stash of Pripyat. Oh, I wandered into here, did I? Well, I might as well get that while I'm here. Maybe I'll be able to, spot that sniper. Find the room with the secret stash. What? That's an interesting noise. What the hell is that? The hell was I just hearing? Hearing a Gauss rifle is what I was hearing. Yeah, I was hearing a Gauss rifle. Oh. Wasn't expecting that to be out and about already. I need more accumulators. Alright, find the room. Call the video. Too bad I don't remember where it's at. Oh. Found it, did I? Shh. Hell is this armor? Scat 9A armor. Pripyat stash. Secret lab. Find the hidden door. Open it using the decoder. Find out what's behind the door. Yep. Right door in the sarcophagus, and then we'll, yeah. Pripyat stash. Stash contained a short report on how Fang and I infiltrated the underground galleries under the station sarcophagus and found a suspicious-looking door. Fang said that he'd put together a decoder for the electronic lock for our next visit. After that, we had to run for our lives. There were hordes of monolith patrols there. I also found the decoder in the stash and directions for finding the door. However, it seems that approaching the monolith is extremely dangerous. The last time we avoided going under the sarcophagus above the destroyed reactor, as it seems that's where the monolith is. Yeah. So I've got that now. And I still have no idea where I'm being hit with rockets from. Well, that's one way to give himself away, I guess. There he is. There you are, you bitch. Thought he was up high. All right. What the hell was that? He just What the hell am I witnessing right now? Who the hell are these? I don't know if these are monolith or not. They're not shooting me, so I can only assume. So this is Duty that's found me.
Здорово, брат. Чё тебе?
Oi. Given heart attacks by the Duty members. Alright. Well, too bad I can't get up to him to steal his RPG. I do believe my character's starting to get tired. What now? Is that thing so... Is that a large monolith like psi tower? Yeah, critical psi emissions. How neat. Alright, you know what? So this video is going to be considerably longer than I wanted it to be, and I apologize for that. I've been doing some digging. As when I cut previously, I was up in Pripyat trying to figure things out, and you know, I just found the stash for the end game that leads me to the secret lab. And I'm also trying to find the Golden Sphere quest line. Turns out the Golden Sphere quest line is kind of buggy. From what I can tell, you can do it out of order and quite literally soft lock yourself straight to hell. There's a lot of different things that have to be done and moved around, and like, I'm back over here where I found the second piece with Power over here. His name is Keeper of Achilles. He's part of the Power group. I guess this whole group isn't supposed to be... They're not supposed to be hostile. I guess you're supposed to do like a prisoner exchange or something like that and all these other things, and if they're hostile, the person you're looking for technically ends up dying, who is Raven. And I came all the way back from Pripyat. Raven is right here. Raven is still alive, surprisingly. I'm gonna make a hard save. So yeah, without Raven and like a few other things triggering, the stash that you need to get into in Pripyat in the Palace of Culture, whatever it's called, the Palace of Culture, or whatever it's called, to get the last chunk of the sphere doesn't like spawn correctly, or doesn't spawn at all, because I found Charon's body in there, or Karen's body in there, and he had nothing on him. So I'm gonna see if speaking to Raven here unsoft locks everything, or if I'm gonna have to use dev mode and like the spawn menu to try and fix this. But yeah, the Golden Sphere quest line is you can bug that shit right out, and I didn't realize it. I thought I was doing it correctly because, you know, I have the first two pieces and I have the task, you know, obtain information about the third segment of the Golden Globe, and then it tells you, you know, the monolith base is located in Pripyat. So I'm gonna see what Raven has to say.
Ну, давай поболтаем.
Hi, Raven. Hey. That's it. You're free now. You can go wherever you want, but you gotta stay out of my way or I swear I'll destroy you. I don't know what any of this is about, so I'm just gonna click the first one. That's the meeting. What are you doing here? Are you in league with these fanatics? No, I'm on my own, but I have a lot of questions for you. Ask me anything you want. I'm screwed anyways. Either way, I'm a lost cause. What happened to the Seekers? Who killed them? Is this the work of the monolith? No, that's my job. What? You don't believe me? You shouldn't. I don't understand. Why? Is this some kind of revenge, or are you just a maniac? More complicated than you think. I would never tell you what I'm telling you now, but since the fanatics will shoot me anyways, I have to tell someone to make it at least a little bit easier before I die. Tell us everything. Tell us? It all started when a legend leaked out of the zone about a unique artifact called the Golden Orb, which can grant immortality. A secret society called Eternal Life learned about this and decided to check the legend, because its main goal for many years was the search for the elixir of youth and the Philosopher's Stone. The members of the society studied various historical documents, for example, the diaries of Count Cagliostro. Have you ever heard of him? Well, of course, they didn't shy away from science, chemistry, history. They even managed to get their own man into one of the science laboratories. As far as I know, the Philosopher's Stone is just a fairy tale. Maybe so, but it is the zone, not in essence a fairy tale world. Anomalies, artifacts, mutants, emissions, and society has taken a real interest in the phenomenon, which are able to prolong life. When the Eternal Life Society learned about the Golden Orb, it realized that their primary goal is really achievable and closer than ever. Where man has failed to synthesize the formula for eternal youth, perhaps the zone held all the answers. Either way, it is to be investigated. The master, the head of the society, decided to get a hold of the artifact. He soon got very lucky and managed to acquire one of 3 parts of this orb from a collector, for a small price too. As it had no useful properties, the collector got this part from some Stalker. A member of the society conducted research on this piece but found nothing of substantial value. However, the master wasted no time beginning search for the remaining parts. As he had now definitive and tangible proof that the legitimacy of the legend. No expenses were spared in the expedition that followed. I was among those chosen. Were you a member of the Eternal Life? Yes, I was the youngest of all members, but I was not at all inexperienced because I had a Stalker career under my belt at the time. A bit, not very successful one. I was thus the natural choice. I've been acclimatized, boy, my brain, to the zone's conditions already. They gave me all the information they could gather about the Golden Sphere, and I re-entered the zone. There was one problem, though. The thing is, at the time, I blindly believed in the legend of the orb and cherished the idea of personally obtaining immortality. Have you decided to get a hold of the Golden Sphere for yourself? Yes. Had all the conditions for that. If I managed to get a hold of all 3 segments, I could, for example, fake my death, sneak out of the zone having the first segment of the orb. I quickly found information about the location of the second. One of the leaders behind the Seekers expedition had a map marking the place where he was. And he joined the expedition under the guise of a volunteer. That's right, besides, I helped them with their equipment because they were having a rough time at the moment. What was the purpose of destroying them all? You could have just stolen the captain's map and found the second segment yourself. If you remember the legend of the orb, you must also remember the condition under which its owner is granted immortality. He must sacrifice as many people, not wishing him harm, as the number of lives he wants to live beyond his own. He decided to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. First, to sacrifice the Seekers to the orb, and second, to ensure a true legend of his death. Went with an expedition to the north and did not return. I could not think of a better one. All that remained was to take care of the Seekers. To this, I came up with a plan. Just before the departure, I suggested to the captain that the expedition should attempt to split up to avoid attracting attention of Monolith agents and encouraged him to disperse people across different locations and to sit tight for a while I scouted ahead. After the captain had divided his whole group into 2 squads, it was no longer difficult to deal with them. It was only a matter of time before I was successful. What happened to Trophim, the messenger? I had to misinform the troops, giving them false messages, ordering them to stay in their positions as long as possible, so that I could kill everyone in turn. To do this, I planted the eye artifact in Trophim's backpack, which I used to partially zombify him and force him to do my bidding. By the way, I did the same thing to the Freedom Sniper. I needed to put the first segment of the orb in good hands for the duration of my trip to the Scorcher, so I made him think he should guard it and take out anyone who came close. I see it didn't stop you. You took the first segment from him, by the way. That's the reason the Monolithians didn't touch you. They can feel the golden orb's pieces on your person. They didn't want to risk destroying a holy relic. And they still attacked me anyways. Turns out that's a bug, and that bug was corrected in the next update that I haven't installed yet. It all makes sense now. I'm telling you, you're a maniac. If you knew how much I didn't want to die, if someone gave me a chance to stay alive, I would devote the rest of my life only to good deeds. How about you? Maybe you can help me, huh? I swear I'll never lay a finger on anyone again. I can hardly believe a monster who murders 17 people in cold blood. Please help me out. Help me out of captivity and let me escape. I'll repay you generously. I managed over here where the leader of the Monolithians keeps his collection of artifacts. If not out of mercy, then at least out of self-interest, help me. Yeah, let's help him. Alright, don't move. It's going to get hot. Release Raven for captivity, release from captivity. That's it, you're free now. You can go wherever you want, but you better stat him away or I'll destroy you. Oh. So, what has this done for me? Dr. Raven.
Чё тебе?
That's it, you're free now. You can go wherever you want, but you better stay out of my way or I swear I will destroy you. Thank you, you're a kind man. Turns out I was not destined to own the Golden Sphere, so it's better to let you have it. I think that you are worthy of it. Listen to me carefully. I know where the valuable loot is. It's in the cache of the leader... It's in the cache of the leader of the Monolith for whom I was a prisoner. I overheard the Paladins talk about some kind of artifact collection that their commander has. So hurry before his comrades steal it away. Here are the coordinates. Well, where is the third part of the sphere located? Collection of Achilles. I won't answer that question because I don't know. I got here to the Scorcher precisely to get the second and third segment. But they stopped me. I know for sure that Achilles had the second one, but I have no plan to get the third. But if I thought about it logically, the following conclusion was inescapable. Since Achilles was the keeper of the Monolithians and had one of the orbs, and the Fanatics had the third segment, it can only be in his possession, and most likely they kept it in his collection. Good luck and thank you again. Where will you go now? I don't know. I'll probably go somewhere close to the perimeter and live out my remaining days. All away from my enemies. I have stage 4 cancer, marked 1, and the doctors say I'll live another year at most, which is why I went to get that damn balloon. That's the way it is. Release Raven from captivity.
Что нужно, Stalker?
Alright. Found PDA. Collection of Achilles. Raven, who was a prisoner of the power of the Monolith Squad, managed to eavesdrop on his captives and overheard that the leader of the group, Achilles, had a personal collection of artifacts which he kept somewhere in the building of a former grocery store in Pripyat. There, according to rumors, may be the third of the Golden Sphere. Former grocery store in Pripyat. Alright, to save us all time and me sanity, I will be right back. Alright, I am back in Pripyat. As we can see, the PDA, collection of Achilles, former grocery store, Golden Sphere. So... I think that says grocery store. I'd have to translate it, but in addition to all the other issues I was having, I basically was using Discord help as well for this one, because it's so friggin' buggy and wonky. Just the way I've gone about all this. So they said it's in here, and I did a bunch of searching around. When you come down this way, through here, over here, it's on the left of this right here. And it is quite the collection of artifacts. And then there's the note. I had to take the third part of the sphere from this hiding place so that the prophet Theseus So the prophet Theseus told me. I saw him in a dream. He turned to me and said that I should give him part of the sphere because soon the barbarians will come to the Eternal City and it must not fall into their hands. The prophet said he would wait for me north of the Chernobyl nuclear power plant. That's where I'll go, after praying to the great monolith. Take it. Find the third segment of Golden Sphere. Obtain information about the Golden Sphere. Completed. It's all in here. Come in here. Where is it? Find the third segment of the Golden Sphere. Right there. And you hit that, and lo and behold, there it is. Third part of the Golden Sphere is to the north of the nuclear power plant. So, yeah. After all that running around, all that insanity, all this trying to figure shit out, and it was driving me buggy. It was driving me quite loony. I will probably grab all these and move them to my other stash. I may go make the I may go make that enhanced flash that I was thinking about and see if it's any good, seeing as how... Yeah, so this is one of every artifact, so I could technically go get these all transmuted and turned into these far higher variants, but as I said, I've already got the ones that I want currently. The only one I'm really missing is the Hermes. So, in my free time, I will probably go through this. This insanity for this video is currently done and over with. I'll figure out how to cut this all down and... oh no. Make this work. But yeah, this has been, this has once again been fun, and so far this is my only gripe about this mod. My one and only gripe is certain quest lines can be bugged really easy and thrown right out the window if you do them in any way, shape, or form completely and utterly out of order. The secret quest line, from everything that I've been reading online, on the Discord, and everything else, is supposed to be done before you enter into Brain Scorcher territory, as far as I can tell. If you do it all before here, and then you enter in here, it seems to trigger off correctly. Or it could just be the fact that I need to update to the 1.19 patch, which dropped back in March of this year, 2025. It could be that. I'm unsure, but you know, until then. So, thank you all for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you did enjoy the video and you happen to like the content that I create, feel free to leave a like down below. I'd appreciate this, as it helps to push my content further out into the YouTube algorithm. And if you have any comments, any concerns, any lore, any knowledge, any tips, any tricks, or just want to talk about this game, this mod, or how I do things in general, feel free to leave those as a comment down below. I'll read over them and see if I can learn from them or implement them in a video. So, until then, I thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.